Hi guys, and welcome back to the AppLab tutorials. In this tutorial we'll be looking at perhaps one of the most interesting features of AppLab, which is the ability to have some interactivity and add additional screens. So as you know, so far we've only had one screen on our app. In this tutorial we're going to add a new screen, and you're going to learn how to add a button that allows you to navigate to that screen. So let's start by adding a new screen. If you see in the design view, one of the options for the toolbox is to add a screen. So click on the screen option, drag it onto your mobile phone, and then it should create a screen. And if you click on the arrows at the top, you can flick between the different screens. So go back to screen 1 if you want to have a look at it. Screen 3, which is the one I've just created. You're probably wondering why it's called screen 3, because I did have a screen 2 and I deleted it earlier on. And obviously AppLab is quite a smart program, so it's remembered that this is the third one I've created. So now that we've got screen 3, we're going to just go back to screen 1, because we're going to create a nice interactive button right at the bottom here. So to do that, just go into your toolbox, select the button icon, drag it onto your page. Notice the properties, it's just called a button. You can change that by selecting the text box and typing in a phrase. You can also change the properties, once again, the text color and the background color. You can choose the font family, size, and text alignment. Now, an interesting option here is you can also add an image to your button. That works exactly the same way as adding normal images, where you get to choose your files, link to an image online, or one of my favorites is adding an icon. So here, I'm just going to choose an arrow, and it does clash with my text, so I might remove that text completely. I can always add a label underneath if I wanted to have text there next to it, and just remove it completely from the button. Not so sure I'm happy with the colors, so I'm just going to mess around with that for a second. Make sure I've got a nice color in the background so the button stands out. And there you have it. My first button. Now, of course, the button doesn't do anything just yet. And this is where we build in some functionality. So we're going to click on Events. And just underneath the ID, it says Insert and Show Code. So we're going to Insert Show Code. And you can see I've previously tried a button here. So there's a yellow block of code here that says On Event. Description of the button that you're going to affect. You can change this from the drop down if you've got other elements that you want to have events on. We're going to stick to the button. What type of event is taking place? So in this case, we're just clicking. You might have other options such as taking the mouse over, clicking the mouse down, or input. And in this case, what we want to happen is, as a result of that being clicked, we're going to add an instruction in that green block there that allows us to move to the next screen. Now that is a UI control, it's a user interface control. And if you scroll through the options, you'll see somewhere quite close to the bottom, there's an option called Set Screen. Now, a good thing about AppLab is that when you hover over the code, it does allow you to see a little description and some examples. So feel free to mess around with that when you have more time. We're just going to drag that underneath the purple bar, and then we're going to select from the drop-down list which screen this button will take us to. And there you have it. We've just included a very simple button that allows us to navigate to the next page. Let's click Run to test it out. And if I click on the button, it takes me to screen 3. Okay guys, once again, thank you very much for watching. Please experiment with the button options, see if you can navigate back and forward through different pages on your app. Feel free to share your ideas with other students in the class and let me know how you got on. All right, thank you, bye-bye.